My people, I hope you all are doing well, taking care of yourself. I know y'all see that steam from my ginger tea. Honey, straight from the ginger, straight out of the ginger. How are you all? It's been a minute. I've been a busy bee. I have been a busy bee, but it's been a good busy. It's been a good busy doing some transitioning, doing some traveling, and pretty settled in right now. For right now, in Texas, we're supposed to get some wintry weather. We are under a winter storm warning. So you already know what Walmart looks like. Let me drink to that. Honey, I thought it was rough in North Carolina, but being in Texas in the winter storms is interesting. And I can't talk. I cannot talk. I really can't. Not coming from North Carolina. But I remember when I moved here, I was only here a week before the big winter storm came. But because, there have been times that, we've had ice and sleet and snow. Not a whole lot, but I had enough experience in North Carolina to know exactly what to do. And I had enough observation to know that Texas didn't know what to do. So I had to do what I knew how to do, and I fared pretty well. Some did not, but I was thankful that I fared pretty well that week. Me and Kachi were really good, so we're nice and settled in right now, and we're just gonna hunker down and let it pass on over. I wanted to make sure I did a video today for this amazing 2022. Woo! All those twos. All those twos. I told you, and I do tell you all the time, how important numbers are and how these portals are opening on these days where there are multiple numbers. Okay, if you look at the number 2 and you study it, whether you study biblical numerology or just your standard numerology, it brings about the balance. It brings about the double blessings. It brings about unions. Okay, it brings about collaboration, coming together. All right, alignment. All of the things are coming together so that they can work for your good. January was a stagnant month. I don't know if you all felt it, but it felt a little stagnant. Felt like some things were stuck in January. Well, now there's been some shifting. So there's more movement. Okay. And this 2022 portal, a lot of tools for me to say, is really opening up your ability to really step into this alignment and drop the fear. Okay, it means that you're going to have spiritual help. All right, help from the heavenlies. All right, you're going to have divine intervention to help you to pull these things together that you have sitting in your destiny bank. Okay, if there's been something you've been slow to do, you're going to find that you're going to gain strength in doing it because everything is aligned. That is why a meditation during these times when these portals are wide open is so very important, because you want to set the intention and really ground in that space where you are really coming into alignment with your authenticity, not only with your sorry about that, guys, not only with your authenticity, but also with your ability to get things done. Okay? And to not do them by yourself. You know what? This is something that I have learned about myself. I am I went through a long period of time where I did a lot of things by myself. I was, I pretty much got acclimated to the solitude, to the single life, and, all of that good stuff. And I was good with it until I began to move more toward what was destined for me. And then that is when my heart opened to partnership, to collaboration. Okay. And so now I'm in a different space where I want to make sure that I'm not doing things alone, that I am not trying to hammer out a destiny by myself. Because you know what? You don't have to hammer it out by yourself. Okay? You don't have to do that. All of the things that I desire to do, all of the businesses that I desire to create, I believe the divine has a way of bringing those people into my life that are beneficial in helping those things come to pass. And I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it come to pass right before my very eyes. I'm seeing it unfold right before my very eyes. So this is an exciting time for me, to be in a place and positioned, especially today with this wide open portal, to be able to set my intention and to see the answer prayers, to see the manifestation of things that my heart have desired for quite a long time. Okay? And with this portal, it is time for you to not only believe that it's going to happen, but go after it. Okay? Drop the fear. Why are you fearful? Are you fearful because of something that has happened in the past? Because that can stop where you're going. Are you fearful over the consensus of those around you? I listened to an amazing podcast. I love, and whenever you guys get a chance, she's on Apple. We Can Do Hard Things, Glennon Doyle. And that's Glennon Doyle, Doyle. We Can Do Hard Things. She had an amazing podcast on today, podcast episode 66 with Martha Beck, talking about leading with your heart, not allowing the consensus of those around you. It was amazing what Glennon said. Oh gosh, you need to listen to this podcast. It was amazing. It is an amazing podcast. And she talked about how the way she used to make decisions is she used to just get the consensus of those around her. If they liked the idea, if they didn't like the idea, and then that's how she would make her decisions until she woke up one day and was like, hold on, all of this is subjective. They're deciding what they want me to do. I have to decide what I want to do. It was an amazing podcast. Oh my God, I need you to go watch it. And she talked about leading with your heart. Martha talked about leading with the heart and really digging in to who you really are. What is it that your heart wants? There's a saying that says the heart wants what the heart wants, but everybody doesn't follow their heart. Some people are still following what people think, or what are they going to say, or and they're afraid. Or they're afraid that wherever they're going or whatever they're trying to do isn't going to work. How are you going to know until you got to take that step? That's what this portal is all about. Taking the step, saying, look, forget it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's how you have to really push forward, with a level of confidence, with a level of boldness. How bold are you? How bold are you? Okay? How bold are you? Let me drink to that. My ginger tea was so hot before I couldn't drink it. Now I'm like, okay, now it's hitting the spot. How bold are you? Are you fearful? Do you think something's not going to work? How are you going to know? unless you try? Are you afraid to communicate something? Are you afraid? What is a person going to say? Well, all they can say is okay, or I don't agree, or you got to be bold enough to take whatever answer they give you. I mean, I figured out a while ago, like, listen, if I go after something or even someone and they're not feeling me like I'm feeling them, I got my answer. You move on. You ain't going to die. You understand? It's not going to break you. All right? But how do you know that that might be something that actually works? Shift your thinking. Shift your thinking. Go in believing this is what my heart wants. And if your heart wants it, could it be that whatever you're going, or if it's an individual, if it's a business venture, whatever it is that your heart is desires you, and you have the key to it? Have you ever thought about that? Even in regards to business, when you are standing in your authentic self doing anything, when you move toward it, it moves towards you, literally. Everything opens up with it. With a business venture, with projects, whatever, it opens up. Are you open enough to receive? And are you ready to receive? This is a receiving time. This is a receiving time. Whether it be love, whether it be finances, whether it be opportunities, relocations. This is a receiving time. This is a moving time. Stepping out on faith, leaps of faith, quantum leaps. Are you ready? Are you ready? I hope you're taking advantage of this powerful portal today to press you into those leaps of faith, to press you into taking a risk worth taking, to follow your heart. Allow your heart to lead you. What makes you feel alive? Go after it. What makes you feel loved and cared for? Who makes you feel loved, cared for, looked after? Go after it. Okay? Don't allow the consensus, the voices all around you, to keep you from your happiness. You deserve this. You've worked hard. You've worked really hard. You've gone through a lot. And it's time for you to reap the benefits of the giving that you've done. Some of us over giving. It's time for us to reap the benefit, having reciprocity, being more in a healthy space, and having healthier people around us, and being okay to be vulnerable. Sometimes we think we have to be 100% healthy even to go into connections. Nobody's 100% healthy. Nobody. Everybody's got something. So stop beating yourself up like you got to be perfect before you get somewhere, please. Nobody's perfect. But it's wonderful to have, if in relationships or partnerships, two individuals that are both working on themselves. Makes it easier to pull that union together. So focus on the things that you really desire, how your heart is really longing for those things. Take the necessary steps. You have strength from the heavenlies. The spirit realm is backing you up. Listen, I love you, but I want you to love yourself more than me. Stay safe. Toodles.